The today's topic is productivity tips for XAML developer. The same applies for a WPF developer also, since they also use the XAML. This is part 2 of the session. The part 1, you can get the link in the description. So today we are going to talk about some general coding standards for XAML. Generally, when coding standard is applied for a project, especially on a .NET project, usually it's specifically to look into the C# code, saying that have some particular casing for these properties, have this casing for private properties, kind of add some commands, all that stuff. Generally for XAML there is no coding standard, so it's good to have a proper coding standard for readability sake. And again, there is no right and wrong. Whatever I am sharing is based on my experience, what I have used in the past. So we will look into it. The first thing is using the name property in a control. Generally, the name property is not recommended for a control until and unless it is being accessed in the code behind, or in other cases when it is used in the binding on a different control. So in that case, you can give a name. And what should be the casing for the name? Probably you can have a Pascal casing. Why? Because whatever the name you give, it is added as a property in the class which you use. Say this Windows 2 is a class where it will be a property, the text name will be. And any public property, the general thumb rule is using a Pascal casing, starting with capital letter, and any new word will have capital letter. And there are two things with the name in WPF. Whatever you see is the name, and the other one is x.name. So which one do you use? The name is a property in framework element, so not all the controls are inherited from framework element, so name is not available across all the controls. Just to maintain the uniformity, you can use x.name so that it is available for all the controls. And since it's a starting point for any class, it's better to have it at the top and then have the rest below. Following the name, it's good to have anything which talks to the code behind, which might be your event. And next to the code behind, the third priority is for the bindings, which can talk to your view model or some behavior, all that stuff. So in case if command is there, command can be followed immediately after the event, and later we can have bindings. So we have the name first, then the event, and the bindings. Now after this, we can have all the controls which are correlated. Say this height and width, they are kind of pair. The horizontal alignment and vertical alignment are pair. Foreground and background are a pair, and font style and font size are a pair, which they can be together. So what is the advantage of doing this? You will have a readability, and this uniformity will help the developers to have it across all the XAML. So someone comes in and tries to fix a bug, all that stuff, when they look into a code newly, they'll be easily able to identify, especially on controls where the properties will be in number, especially like grid, all that. If you take, there are around 30-40 properties or attributes added there. So on those occasions, you can have this structure. This is a recommended format. There is no right and wrong, but some generic thumb rule should be there for XAML, so that it helps the developers, and even a new developer, when someone comes, they know the rule and they try to see where and what is available. So thanks guys, hope you enjoy the video. If you do so, please click the like button and share your comments, feedback. Thanks.